Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name is Aisha, and guys, I wanted to talk about something. I don't know, this is something that just has been bothering me. Okay, it hasn't really been bothering me, but I feel like it's something nobody tells you about before you get married. Like, you have to actually find these things out during marriage. And I don't know if it's the same everywhere, so I just want to understand. I was under the impression that as soon as you get married, your name automatically changes to your husband's name, right? Like, let's say my name is Aishasibanda, I automatically become Aisha, then I can decide whether I want to like put in the Sibanda inside. Actually, guys, no, like it doesn't work like that. I'm still legally Ana Aisha Sibanda. You have to yourself, you have to go to the place where you change names to change your name. It doesn't happen for you. It's optional. It's not like 100% compulsory. Like, we can be married for the rest of our lives, and then I'm Aisha Sibanda and he's Aziz Ajishafe. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's just something that I did not know before, like, actually getting married. And these are like the things that I'm learning, like the whole name thing. Like, what am I even gonna do? Like, my passport expires in like 4 years. So do I get a new passport now, or I wait the 4 years? And if I wait the 4 years, can I call myself Aisha Ajishafe? Because I'm not legally Aisha Ajishafe anyway. Do you guys get what I mean? Like, these are the questions I've been asking myself. These are the things that keep me up at night. Actually, they don't, guys, because I need my beauty sleep. Anyways, guys, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's been a change in like my aesthetic lately. I used to be like pink hair, red hair, blue hair type of girly. Now I feel like I've become more toned down and I'm going for the more simple and natural looks.
Very demure, very mindful. I don't come to work with a green cut crease. I don't look like a clown when I go to work. I don't do too much. I'm very mindful while I'm at work.
I don't even know what works for me. I loved the whole full glam, and I'm also loving the whole natural. But like, I don't even know what works better for me. Like, I don't know if I'm a simple girly or like I'm a full glam girly. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I had the lines last time, and then today I have like these twists that are just like the same color as my natural hair. I mean, my natural hair is brown, but you can't really tell. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you feel like I should go back to my era where I was doing the colorful hair, or I should just keep this? Actually, guys, the reason I stopped doing long braids is because I found out that the weight of the braids can actually cause breakage in your hair. And every single time I'd take out my braids, my breakage would be crazy, guys. Like, I used to have such good hair, but lately it's just not been respecting me. So the main reason I started doing these like simple, low maintenance hairstyles that are a bit more natural and a bit less rough on my hair and like less pressure, less weight, less everything, is because I wanted like my hair to like regrow back. But then I realized I actually kind of like these. I feel like they're kind of cute on me. I don't know, maybe I should leave my colorful hair era for Russia, and then this is a new chapter, marriage, blah 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 blah. But I don't want to be a boring mom. That's the thing. I want to be that kind of a mom who's like, hey, and I'm showing up to like school and my hair is green and all the other moms are like, you know what I mean? I want to be that mom because I don't like to fit in. I always like to be different. I never want to look like everyone else. That's my biggest fear. Blending in is like my biggest fear. Anyways, today we are going to be doing a marriage question and answer. I have 1 month experience in marriage, so that makes me an expert officially. If you go to the Guinness Book of Records and then you look for like expert in marriage, there's a picture of me right there. I'm the self-proclaimed expert in marriage. So I just want to give a bit of, or just a Q&A of basically how marriage is for me and some popular questions that I keep seeing people comment in my comment section, DM me on Instagram, all that kind of stuff. So I just decided, let's just make it a video and get it out to you guys. If you guys are interested in that, please give this video a big thumbs up. Comment whatever questions you have, and maybe I'll potentially do a part 2, or comment whatever you want, guys. I love when you guys comment. I love it so much. It like warms my heart. The reason I have been so consistent is because of you guys' comments. They just keep me going. So please comment anything, even a secret emoji. Today's secret emoji, comment something blue because I'm wearing blue. The theme is blue. And subscribe to the channel because we're almost at 1K subscribers, and they say the first 1K is the hardest. So in my head, as soon as I reach 1K, from there on, it should get easier. Anyways, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so the first question I have is, how do you handle disagreements in your relationship? So the most important thing I realized about disagreements, or like the biggest advice I can give to anyone who is in a relationship, is like never to involve other people in your arguments or your disputes. And when I say involving other people, I mean like, let's say for example, you're in a fight with your partner. It doesn't even have to be your husband, it could be your boyfriend, even a friend, guys. And then you're telling your other friends, or you're telling his friends, or you're telling your family, or you're telling his family, and then he's also telling his side of the story to your family, and vice versa. It can be very, very unhealthy to do something like that, because people don't forget. A relationship can only be understood by the people who are in that relationship, right? So let's say, for example, I'm constantly telling my mom about every single argument that me and Aziz have. That's how she's going to view him. She might get to the point where she starts to resent him, trying to protect me, or feel like our relationship is only suppressed to those bad moments. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, we rarely argue, but when we do get to the point of like actually arguing, I try to like not make it everyone else's business, because the more you make it everyone else's business, the more everyone feels involved, like they can give an opinion on where you should take your relationship, which is like something that can only happen for you internally. And one thing I did realize getting married is it's very difficult for me to ask my friends for advice or like talk to my friends about disputes and stuff, because they are not married. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to not be married. But like, because obviously I know I got married young. So it's like, obviously my friends are the same age as me, and that's not what 22-year-olds are worried about. You know what I mean? That's not what we're worried about at all. But trying to talk to those people and like ask them for advice, for them it can be so simple, because it's like, ah, mo tlogele hela. But it's like, it's not that simple anymore. You know what I mean?
What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
How can I go tlogela hela just because of like an argument? Because it's like marriage now, so it's not the same as actually being in a relationship. So I find it hard to like, even if I wanted to talk to my friends about certain topics, it's not like I shut everything out and I don't talk to people at all, like my closest friends, because it's like sometimes you need an outside perspective to be able to see the situation more clearly. You need the perspective of someone to be like, ah, but you were wrong in this field, you could have handled this better. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need it from an outside perspective to be able to self reflect. So sometimes it is fine to ask for an outside perspective, but it's like, it shouldn't be a thing of you're trying to put that person against your partner, if you understand what I mean. I can ask for an outside perspective from one of my friend, right? Like, this is a situation I feel like would be okay for me. I could ask for an outside perspective, like, ah, we had this argument and this is our issue, this is what happened, I don't even know where we went wrong, like I don't even understand how we got here. And then the person could be like, ah, also you could have done this better, but also him, he could have done this better. But anyways, I feel like the only way you can know is to have a conversation about it. And that's why I feel like it's important who you talk to. You need to confide in someone who has a good head on their shoulders. And I hope that everyone has that type of a person in their life. Someone who's not on a hate train or a hate campaign against your partner, or someone who doesn't hate men, or I don't know, just something like that. And it's better if this person is not a family member. Like, I don't know. I feel like this is a very complicated question, guys. But for me, it has to be very, very, very big, like a very, very big deal for me to feel like the need to confide in someone. If it's like small petty things, you won't even find me talking to anyone. I don't know if you guys are getting me, but there's a very thin line, right? You can't talk to every single person. Like, every single person you meet must know that there's problems in your house. You understand? Every single person, like, you must even show in public that there's problems in your house. That I find an issue. This is like my way of handling conflicts or things, keeping it to myself when it's not something that is huge. When I say keeping it to myself, I mean keeping it between me and my partner. And then if it's something that needs an outside perspective, I only ask for one person whose opinion I truly value. So I also want to like stress this out. Okay, I was talking about handling conflicts in regards to sharing them with other people, but now handling conflicts in terms of me and my partner. One thing I always try not to do, and I'm very bad at this because I have a very short temper, but one thing I always try not to do is shout. Once you guys are screaming at each other, it just becomes like a screaming match. You know what I mean? You will never fully understand someone in a conversation if you both are here. It has to come to a point where you guys like meet somewhere here, and that's when you're able to talk. I used to feel like we have to stay here and talk until the problem is solved. And the older I get, the more I realize that staying there and talking sometimes can increase the problem, because you guys end up getting under each other's skin because you're already angry and you guys keep talking, and you might say something that you'll regret, or a person could take the wrong way, or you might find it difficult to express yourself because your judgment is clouded by your emotions right now. So another thing that I realized like super really helps in a relationship is like just taking like a moment, a breather, go to the other room, maybe 15, 20 minutes, cool down, relax, calm down, actually think about your issue. So that when you are going to talk to that person, you're not trying to form a thought. You've already formed that thought and you're just letting it out of your mouth. You know what I mean? And like one thing that I love about our conversations, especially when they're like heated, is like, which is rare, guys. I want to tell you guys, this is very, very rare. So these are like things that rarely happen, but they do happen. And for some people, it's not as rare. But like, we have built like a very safe space to start sentences telling someone, I feel like I'll tell him, I feel like ABC. He'll tell me he feels like ABC. So it's like we have that comfort to tell each other how we're truly feeling. Like, I feel attacked in this situation. I feel unappreciated in this situation. I feel followed by, is it a verb or an adjective? What more? Doing weird. You know, that's probably the best advice I could give anybody. Okay, so the next question is, when did I know he was the one? So I find this question very difficult because I didn't wake up one day and I'm like, the one. It wasn't like a thing like that. It was more of like, it took time. Initially, we started off as friends, right? We started off like close friends, and then you turned to my area. I don't even know the lyrics for that song, but it just came to my mind. But we started off as friends, and we would walk home from work together every single day. Well, not necessarily walk home, we would walk to the metro. We would walk to the metro together, and then we would like be in the metro because we were going the same direction. And I feel like that's when we really started to get to know each other, because sometimes after work I'll be like, oh, I'm hungry, let's go get something from my favorite restaurant. And then we'd go, and then we get food, and then, you know, we'd leave and just be together, hang out. So I feel like that's where like our relationship really started to turn into a relationship. And I didn't even realize I liked him at the beginning because he wasn't doing anything, like he wasn't making any advances. It's only like one day I was like, you know what, I'm tired of being friends, and I just kissed him. And then he like just took a moment to like he was in the matrix for a moment and then he came out of it, and then he was like and then I was like, and then we just left. And I think the rest is history. Like, things just slowly started progressing. He started to put in a bit more effort, and yeah, that's kind of how our relationship started. In terms of knowing he was the one, I feel like I can't put my finger on one particular day, but the earliest memory of something I know he used to do that made me start to catch feelings was every single time he would do something and I would tell him, you know, this thing, I don't like it. I remember this one particular conversation. It was after work. He would always rush me, like, because he needed to be somewhere. So it's like, because we go home together, he would rush me. And it's like, I'm taking my time. I want to make sure I'm done with my work. I'm not in any hurry. I'm not in a hurry to go to my hostel. I live in a hostel. Why am I rushing there? You know what I mean? So it's like, I was not in a hurry, but he was, because he had other commitments. He would always rush me. Then he would come, be like, are you done? Are you done? And I'm like, I hated that. I hate being rushed. It's just an uncomfortable feeling for me. We had a conversation about it and I voiced it to him. I was like, bro, I do not like being rushed at all. It's not my forte, you know? And yeah, he just immediately stopped. He never did it again. And it's not even just the rushing thing. A lot of things that are like stuff that annoys me. I'm a very easy person to like annoy. There's just certain things that if people do too much, I get pissed off, you know? And it's not even on purpose. It's just, why are you doing that? Why do you act like that? Like what? The way that you act, you know what I mean?
Why do you act like that?
Like what?
The way that you act. You don't see how you act, why people don't want to be around you?
No.
Look how you act.
So I feel like how attentive he was to detail and like fixing little things. He wasn't changing himself as a person. He's always been himself. But like little things that would improve our communication and improve our time together and make me less irritable, he was so willing to change or like stop at like the drop of a dime. I feel like that was the first thing that caught me, that had me intrigued. So I would say that's what made me know he was the one, because I feel like your person will always try to accommodate you and will always try to do things to make you as comfortable as possible, and vice versa, like me to him, him to me. You know what I mean? Your person will never make you feel uncomfortable for things that make you uncomfortable. Your partner will never make you feel bad for telling him you do not like to be rushed and then they continue to rush. Like, that will never be your person. Your person will never do that. And it's like, there's no handbook for the person that you want, but someone can become that person for you with the correct communication. And that's not every single person. That's not every single person. Obviously, your person is your person, but your person is not going to come out of the box exactly how you want them. There's going to be fundamental things that annoy you about that person, or like could end your relationship if you don't just communicate them. So the fact that I was able to communicate these things, and I feel like another guy would have been like, if you don't like being rushed, then be faster. but like the fact that he was listening and actually taking attention to the little details that were fundamental for me, and he took that into account and bettered himself, is something that I feel like men should, like, just, why are you being so stubborn? Because you know how much women change for men. Like, oh my god, it stresses me out because like women, you will say that your standards are not dating someone with a baby, then you'll fall in love with someone with a baby, and you're accommodating to that fact. Like, you don't want to be with someone with a baby because you love this person, he has a child and you're with him, right? And you're accommodating to that fact, and then you tell this person like, oh, you know babe, I would prefer like if you came to visit me in the afternoon when you have free time. Ah no, I guess I make a ball every single day when I get Sunday free with you. And it's like you're telling this person like, I'm more cranky at night, I'm not a night person, I'm an afternoon person, can you accommodate me at least like once or twice in a week? And they're telling you about Sameka Bolo every single day, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like that person is not even trying to accommodate you. Highly 1%. Analengwana. Ha! You know what I mean? So the next question is something that someone commented on my last video, I think. One of my last videos, I can't even remember which one specifically. But the question is, have you met your husband's parents and siblings? And if so, did they grill you? I don't know, guys. The type of person I am is like, I am just 100% all the time myself, and myself is like, may not be digestible for everyone, like, you know, the pigtails, the eyeshadow, the YouTube, everything is just a lot. But honestly, his family have been so accepting and so welcoming of the type of person I am. There's been so much love from his family towards me, so it's like I don't have any kind of issues that come from them. Like there's a warm relationship and a warm reception from them. I feel like my issues are more internal. It's like my issue would be something like, I feel like I'm not good enough because obviously he's the first son. So it's like that's some big shoes for me to step up, and it'll be me just overthinking and feeling like, hey, am I really the Makoti of the year? Am I really like, am I doing enough? Am I this? Am I that? Am I, you know? And these issues are like internal. It's not something that anyone has put on me. It's more so something that comes from within. I cannot ask for anything more from them. I just like would need to self-develop and get to the point of understanding that I am enough and I am as I am and unapologetically as I am. And I feel like one strong quality about me is I rarely, if ever, lie or like try to keep secrets or like anything. So it's like what you see is what you're gonna get. And it's just an open book type of energy. And yeah, so I feel like they've been so warm and accepting towards that. And I know they're big supporters of my YouTube, which it's like a good thing and a bad thing, because it's like when you know someone is watching your YouTube, you wanna like filter what you're saying, but also the type of person I am, I'm not the type of person to filter what I'm saying. I'm the type of person that I am unapologetically as I am. Yeah, so it's a good relationship, honestly. I cannot complain. The best relationship I can say that came from me and Aziz's union is Aziz and my mom. Oh my god. Ah, guys, you. See, it's even annoying me thinking about it. These two are so close. Every single day, you'll see Aziz calling her or she's calling him, hi, my son. How are you today? How's your day going? And then he's like, I'm fine, mom. How's your day? And I'm like, and then I'll be there in the background, like, mom, you haven't even called me today. Then he's like, why would I call you? I'm like, ah. But yeah, I could not ask for any more. I love that relationship. It's super, super cute. They're always there for each other. I can't wait to go to Botswana and for them to finally meet and then kick me out of the house so that they can live together. So, the last question that everyone and their auntie keeps asking me is, do I plan on having kids soon? Guys, why in 2024, and this is just my opinion, but why in 2024? And I understand Africans, but why in 2024 are we asking women about their uteruses? You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of women say this all the time, but you never really know what someone is going through or what someone is trying to do or what someone is able to do. So it's like all these questions just feel like an interrogation to me. You know what I mean? Because guys, I want kids. I've always wanted kids. I've always wanted to be a mom. And this is something that I want to do, but it's like there's a certain kind of pressure that I'm feeling right now from constantly friends and family and, you know, other people like asking like, oh, kids, and it's like the pressure is not healthy, guys, because it's not like it's like it's just not my time yet, or it's not I don't even know. I don't even know. Kind of the thing, Kore, I feel like when people are like 15 or 16 and this person is still a child, this person is still going to school, and then this person like maybe has intercourse with the neighbor's kid next door once, that person gets pregnant, you know? Like that person immediately gets pregnant, and this person is like 50, she doesn't even know what to do. The kid, the guy who got her pregnant doesn't even want the kid. Those type of people, it's like so easy for them. But people who are married and are trying and trying and trying, ha, guy, you know what I mean? It's not easy. It's not easy. These things don't come easy for people who are trying for some reason. I don't know why, but it'll come when it comes. Waiting, right? And when it does, we accept it. But we don't ask before and before, because it's like people assume that it's easy to have kids, and people assume that it's because you wanted that it would come. I wish it was that easy. I truly do. If it was that easy, I would have one right now, but I don't. So let's just be kinder to women and be patient with them. If it's in a year, so be it. If it's in 2 months, so be it. 5 years, I will cry, but so be it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't even know how else to explain that. That's like the best way I can possibly explain it. But yeah, so fertility is a very sensitive topic that I feel like women shouldn't be subjected to be constantly asked about, or like interrogated about what's happening in their own uterus. Because it's like people will be asking you, when are you having kids? When are you having kids? When are you paying my kids' school fees? The kids I'm having, let's talk about finances. You know what I mean? They just want you to have them so they can come into your house. Oh, Nana, put it down, go back to the house. You know what I mean? Guys, yeah, I just feel like people who are not contributing towards your school fees should stop asking you when you're having kids. But anyways, this has been it from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this mini video. You guys love the videos that I'm not really doing much in. Like, you guys love when I'm just sitting and chatting. And I've noticed that. And I'm like, me too. Me too. I love them too, guys. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and share it on your WhatsApp status. Road to 1K, guys. Road to 1K. Don't forget to comment a blue emoji if you want to. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.